You've been defeated long enough and mistreated long enough. Queen, it's time to stand up. Queen, it's time to get up. Queen, it's time to rise. Queen, rise up.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Queens. Rise up. You know how we do. This is Queen Rise Up Women Empowerment. What we do around here, we empower you, that woman, to do what you know her worth and her value. Queen, listen, when you get up this morning, make the devil mad that you are up. Make sure you got your foot on the jugular of his neck. Do you hear me this morning? Get up. Come on, get up. Shake off the dust. It is an opportunity for you. It's a new day for you. A fresh start for you. It's your new beginning. Yesterday ended. It's time to start a new one. Do you hear me? And it's up to you how you begin it. You got to choose. Life and death is in the power of your tongue. If you're joining me here today for the first time, my name is Chantel C. Ross. This is Queen Rise Up, where we empower every woman, all women, color, creeds, backgrounds, culture, denominations to know their worth. Did you hear me? It doesn't matter where you at. Doesn't matter where you come from. Don't care you in the gutter, baby. You got to listen to me. Rise up. Come on up. Get up out of that place. More wrong mind thinking. Come here to empower that woman to know her worth so she don't have to settle for less. You don't have to compromise. You don't have to eat the crumbs off the table if they ain't coming from the master. And this is real talk this morning. You ain't got to be nobody's second best. You ain't got to be nobody's side chick. You ain't got to be nobody's mistress. You ain't got to be nobody's walking pad. You ain't got to be nobody's rug. Did you hear me? Listen, join me over here at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live Monday through Friday. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you post. No, you are nobody's punching bag, queen. No, you are nobody's sounding board. No, you are nobody. Listen, this is real talk. You are somebody. You are who. Listen, you are who God says you are, and what you can do, what God says you can do, and that is real talk. When you do not understand your value and your worth, you will settle for second best, queen. You don't have to settle, nor do you have to compromise when you are, man, you know what, don't start none. This morning won't be none. When you are a child of God, when you are, come on, listen to me. Why did you settle for less, queen? Listen, forgive yourself for settling. Forgive yourself for compromising. Listen to me, real talk, because God gonna forgive you. You're asking for forgiveness. Forgive yourself for taking in things that were not profitable. For come on, for harping on things that are not according to the will of God concerning you. This is real talk. And maybe you've been in that circumstance, in that situation for a very long time. Enough is enough. Close the doors, shut that chapter of your life, and let God rewrite your story. And this, I'm talking real talk today. You know what? This ain't your Sunday school class. Listen to me. Listen, real talk, because I need you all to get up and shake the dust off, because even while we're quoting and living in this kingdom life, you still have to live real life. Real life is happening. Things are really happening in your life. You got to make decisions. Listen to me. And what you spend your time on, it does matter. And that is real talk. Who you spend your time on does matter. Who you connected with does matter. I'm just going this route this morning, but Queens, in order to get what you want, come on, you're going to have to find how to manage your time well, how your conversations need to be well. Listen to me, manage your time, because your time is valuable. Queen, this is real talk this morning. Listen, are you doing self-love in the time that you have? This is real talk. Before we even go a little further and we lock and load, let's declare over your life and make some decrees over your life. And you're going to say what God says concerning you. Good morning, Queens. Rise up from the inside out, not just from the outside in. And this is for those who desire to do so, who have a heart to give. Let me do this. Come on, listen. You have not because you ask not. Let me go ahead and put up. Good morning, sister. Let me put up the information for those who like to give, so I don't have to come back and come on, criminal, come on, tree, come on. You got to forgive yourself. Don't start none, won't be none, queens. You got to forgive yourself, because God forgives us, but you got to forgive yourself for selling, forgive yourself for compromising, forgive yourself for staying. Good morning, Marsha, for staying in that place way too long. Lord, I'm so sorry I stayed there. Listen to me, girl, forgive me. He said, listen. Good morning. Oh, come on, listen. Good morning, Marsha, Vivian. I see you guys. Kimberly, I'm just getting to the comments, queen. To God be the glory. Listen to me. But real talk, forgive yourself, because your time is very, very important. Do you hear me? Where you spent it, maybe where you have wasted it. Listen to me. God can redeem time, but time is very important. How is your daily management to getting where you? How is your time? How is your hours? How do you set? How do you prepare? This is real talk, because you got to live life. You can't just keep. Come on, listen to me. No. Come on, are you overextending? Real talk. You better manage your time. It's okay to say, no, not today. Listen to me. I can't do that today. Or maybe the things that you're doing are not profitable unto you. Listen to me. Or maybe you're on a platform where everybody's just taking and never giving. Let me just be real talk. How are you spending your time? Listen to me. It's minimize your time because your value, come on, of who you are is important. Oh, don't start. No, won't be none. Well, if you're with me this morning, let's go ahead and decree and declare over your life. We're gonna step back into that real talk because sometimes you can't overextend yourself. You can keep on giving and never give back. You better listen to me, real talk. Look, I'm talking about while living on earth, while living a kingdom life on earth, Queen, because sometimes you can be putting out and not getting back the return. This is real talk today. So you learn how to maximize and minimize your time, and that is real talk. But let's declare over your life what God says concerning you, that the fact that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Just open up your mouth this morning and say, Lord, I decree over my life that I am who you say I am. I am who God says I am. I can do what God says I can do. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am more than a conqueror. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Come on, listen to me. I am that of a royal priesthood. Listen to me, real talk. I am healed by his stripes. Come on. I am the head and not the tail. Listen to me. Come on, listen to me. Come on. I am fire. Don't you start nothing, Queen. You better know your worth. I am fire. Whoa! More precious and worth more than rubies. Oh, my goodness. Child, you're going to start something. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Come on, say it this morning. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am the apple of God's eye. Come on, listen to me. Real talk. I decree over my life. Queen, you better, you know what? Don't start nothing. Kimberly, Martin, Russell. Listen to me. I decree over my life. He said, you decree a thing, it shall be established. I decree that I am walking in my righteous mind. I decree that your steps are ordered. Come on. I decree this morning that my way is already prosperous. It's already made. Listen to me. Listen to me. And what you don't start nothing. And when you decree and you claim, you're proclaiming and just saying what God said concerning you. You're not reinventing this, Queen. Has already been written before the foundations of the earth concerning you. So just say what God says concerning you. I am in my righteous mind. Come on, listen to me. I am walking in wealthy places. I decree wealth over my life, spirit, soul, and body. And this is real talk. Get up, get up. And it's so important how you manage your time. You can spend your time in the negative. You can spend your time in the positive. Come on, you know what? Here we go this morning. You better say it this morning. Y'all, I sound like y'all giving black eyes this morning. Wait a minute. I am decreed. Come on. I decree that I am. Come on, listen to me, that I am. Listen to me, real talk. You are who God says you are. You are made in his likeness and in his image, Queen. Do you hear me? You are that of a royal priesthood. You are the salt of the earth. You are the ambassador of Christ. Come on, I am who God says I am, and I can do what God says I can do. Queen, don't start. No, won't be nothing this morning when you stand boldly and fiercely. Come on, what they say, the lion is one of the strongest beasts in the field, and they do not retreat. Don't you retreat on who God says you are. This is real talk this morning. Listen, and when you really understand who you are, Queen, the value and the worth of, come on, your words and the weight that you carry, Queen, this is real talk. Do you hear me? Because life and death is in the power of your tongue. I want to ask you this morning, though, Queens, while you're declaring over your life on who God says that you are, come on, listen to me. Whoa! Listen to me. Queen, there is supernatural wealth. I declare it this morning that I walk in supernatural wealth. Come on, don't start nothing this morning, Jackie. Listen, look, supernatural wealth this morning. Do you hear me? I declare this morning and decree over your life. Come on, supernatural health. Queen, you've been a star of something this morning. Whoa, listen, but we know what side of the bed we woke up on this morning, the good side. Don't start none, won't be none. And when you speak, you are making come on, Tess. Good morning, Queen. You are making supernatural, come on, decrees and declarations over your life. This is real talk. You talking to things that is by faith and not by sight. And so if you believe that thing and you receive that thing, start walking like you got that. Come on, Big Red. Don't start. No, won't be none. You hear me? Listen, don't y'all finna make me lose my my mind up in here this morning, because let me tell you something, Queens. Life and death is in the power of your tongue. Do you hear me? I hear life all up in here. All kind of supernatural wealth, supernatural health. Come on, don't you start now. He's going to put some super on your natural. Listen to me. So listen to me. But one thing about it, Queens, you got to receive it. Do you hear me? You got to believe it. You got to receive it so you can walk in it. Come on, like you own it. Walk in it like you are who God says you are, that you are the head and not the tail, that you are above and not beneath, that by his stripes you are healed. Come on, you are in good health mentally, so spiritually, come on, psychologically. And this is real talk, Queens. Listen, I am who God says I am. Don't start now. It feel like dust taking off, chains is breaking. Listen to me. I am who God says I am. I can do what God says I can do. And sometimes you don't know what you can't do or what you can do until you do it. Go ahead and do it, Queen. Try it. This is real talk. Now we can talk about it, but when you really gotta be about it, and this is real talk. If you are who God says you are, you can do what God says you can do. Just do it. Whatever that thing is, listen to me. Real talk. He says, listen, I didn't give you the spirit of fear, but I gave you that of love, power, and that of a sound mind. This is real talk. You hear me? Listen to me. Get up this morning. Get into your rightful places. Get into your rightful positions. And Queen, it's so important how you manage your time. Where do you spend most of your time? Complaining, building up, rooting up? Come on, real talk. Where are you spending your time, and how are you managing your time? What are you putting most of your focus on your weaknesses or your strengths? This is real talk this morning. Where your time is so important, how you handle business, how you do everyday life, how you handle your family, your friends, your associates, your workplace. Come on. Managing your time is very important to God. Because God is a God that redeems time. So make sure you're doing things that are profitable in the time that you have. And this is real talk. There's 24 hours in a day. Listen to me, there's 24 hours in a day. How are you spending your time? How are you maximizing your time? Are you doing self-love in your maximizing of your time? Are you planning for anything? Come on, listen to me. Queens, you are blessed. Real talk this morning. Matter of fact, that's why he said, if you're blessed, use your time wisely with the blessed time that you have. You're blessed. You're worth something. You're valuable. You are important. Make sure your time is not wasted. And this is real talk. Sometimes this is real talk. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Queen. Make sure you're spending time on things that are profitable. Make sure your words are fruitful. Make sure your thoughts are in alignment. Come on. When it flows, let it flow. When you do your force better. Come on, listen to me. When it flows, listen, it does. When you just be who God has called you and purpose you to be. I'm going to lock and load this morning because I need you to understand your time is so important, Queen. You are so valuable. You don't have a whole lot of time in it. Your time, listen, we get up, we sleep for almost 4 hours, but 8 plus be the max, the minimum. The maximum time of rest, but sometimes you only get a few hours of rest. It's very important because your body heals while it sleeps. So the time that you sleep, it adds value. That's important. How much time do you rest? And I know we all got gifts. We all got gates we need to cover. Spiritual warfare. We up at this time of the hour most nights because that's our watch hour. Don't get me wrong, but the time that it is not your watch hour, make sure you are getting the best rest for your body because your body heals based really when it's sleep. So if the enemy can really keep you up over a period of time, he takes away precious life from you. He takes away energy from you. Your cells can't heal properly. There is things that happen in your sleep that regenerates. Let me tell you something. A lot of times what they say, when you sleep, come on, when you sleep, you grow. You get, kids. Your kids. You ever have your children? They go in the room one way and go to bed and come out. They're 6 feet. What happened? Growth spurts while you were sleeping. Wait, did your feet grew to a size 14 when? While you were asleep? Because yesterday was only a size 10. Help me this morning. So I'm just saying, important how to manage your time. Real talk. Don't spend a whole lot of time in places. I remember real talk. I used to spend a whole lot of time even in church. Man, I was in church so much. I was like, is my name Chantel? BBBBB, because was spending so much time inside the church, missing out on some really key aspects of life. I'm gonna help somebody today. Let me just lock and load this morning. Let me go up over here, man. Spending time in church and then look, and then you know what I'm gonna have it. So y'all gonna get me in trouble. Not today and not on my watch. Lord, let your words coast my mouth. Let your spirit grace my heart. Listen to me. Real talk. Spending Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Devil time on Sunday. Don't start none. Won't be none. Listen. Make sure your time is spent very well. Real talk. You hear me? Let me have a sip this morning. I'm making sure I got permission this morning. Let me get over here. Let me lock and load. Listen to me, real talk. Hey! Listen. Because I'm finding with God, it really don't take all that. It don't take all that. It just takes you being in alignment to what's being said, what's being preached. But when you start using your church as a business, then it will take all that. Let me have a sip. Let me get over. You know, let me get over. Let me get back over here. Time management. Very important what you're thinking on this morning. Your thoughts matter. And that's real talk. He says, listen, let me do Ephesians chapter 5. I don't want to start nothing this morning. He says, Ephesians chapter 5. He says, 15 through 17. He says, then, be careful how you live. Do not be unwise, but be wise. Let your words be seasoned to come out of your mouth. Watch your mouth. If I want to spend time on negative, unfruitful conversations, have greater, better choice words. Be wise, queens. Be wise in your words. Be wise in your speech. Come on, too much. People are too much. It says, good morning, beautiful people. Come on, good morning, queen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. To God be the glory. You hear me? Listen. He says, listen, do not be unwise, but making the best use of your time, because we know that the times are evil. Therefore, don't be foolish, but understand what is God's will. Come on, watch your mouth. Don't start none. Don't be no, watch your mouth. Listen, real talk. Use words that are profitable. You can get your point across without using explicit words. You can still get things gracefully off, out into the open without using things that are offensive. You can. Can I tell you? Because there were certain words. There were so many things that I could say that I don't say. I hear you, Quinn. Watch your mouth. You know what? MOUF. Watch your mouth. I am in Ephesians 5. 15 through 17, just being wise with your time, what you're thinking. Come on, listen to me. Ephesians 5, 15 through 17, queen. Just being careful on how you live. Good morning, queen. Being careful on how you live. Don't be unwise. Manage your time well, your connections, your communications, real talk, what you're thinking about, because we're getting to a place where our time is not, man, we don't have a lot of time, and you are preparing for where you're going, not for where you are. This is real talk. So don't get caught up just in such all the tangible things, because the tangible things that you see, well, man, they'll make, sometimes have you thinking the wrong thing and saying the wrong things. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Listen, he said, every idle word is going to be accounted for. Let me have a sip. Every idle word will be accounted for. Let's get over here. Let's do Colossians 4 and 5. He says, behave wisely. How is your behavior? Behave wisely towards outsiders, making the best use of your time. And I know we all got different backgrounds, different cultures, different experiences. Some of us been taught by the streets. Some of us been taught by our experiences. Some of us been taught by our generational curses. Matter of fact, there's a woman right now who's really dealing with some real things, because I'm sure if you guys haven't been listening, how she been, let me use her name, and this is no offense to you, Kim Burrell. I'm sure if you catch this, but she's really dealing with some things, because you gotta live a wise life, especially when you got great platforms to that measure. When your words carry that much weight, and that's real talk, and we're going to leave that just like that. She's getting a lot of backlash. We might have authority and power in areas of our life, but we can't do everything and say anything that we want to say. And I'm sure she got a quick mouth. She got a quick mouth. I'm sure that probably came from Mama Jean and them. You understand? I understand. I get it. Culturally. Some of us grew up in the projects. background checks. Come on, some of us came up in foster homes. Some of us came in homes where we were abusive. And that is not to her. I'm just saying why sometimes we have those tones or we have that kind of response to certain things. We don't use our mouth wisely, spend our time wisely. And the more that's neither here nor there. But I just want to just talk to my queens this morning because I know we all got something to say, but you better watch your mouth. Listen. So be wise towards others, making the best of your time. Queens, make the best of your time. Come on, you better mind them. You better be minding your tongue. Real talk. Listen to me. It's power in our tongues, don't you? And that's what listen, life and death is in the power of our tongues. Your words carry so much weight, queen. Even through text, there is weight in your words. They are powerful. Good morning, Wanda Woo. There is weight in your words. So you can either speak to your life on a positive. You can speak to your life on a negative. You can deal with circumstance. Listen to me, real talk. You better be minding your tongue. Don't start none. And to mind your tongue, you got to mind your thoughts, queen. You got to know you got to keep renewing your mind. Listen to me, to mind your tongue, you got to mind what's in your mind. This is real talk. What's in your spirit? Because a lot of things that we are speaking, they are in our spirit of our mind before they even roll off our tongue. Do you hear me? So that when you write, when you type, when you speak, guess where they coming from? Your mind and your heart, they roll together. What's going on inside of you? This is real talk. Are you mad? Are you angry? Are you bitter? Are you using indignated judgment? Real talk. You better listen to me. So make sure when you're using your time, you're using it wisely. Well, weigh in. Come on, your word. When your words carry so much weight, it's ridiculous. You got power to create. Do you hear me? You got power to pull things out of things that don't even exist into existence. That's how powerful your mouth is. That's how powerful you have been created. You can speak to things and they just happen. That's how powerful you are, queen. You better listen. That's why it's so important where you manage your time, where you put your time, your space, your energy. How are you reading? How are you? What information are you getting? This is real talk. And how are you applying it to your life? Are you living foolishly or are you living unfoolishly? Are you preparing for some greater good? Listen, because what you do, can I tell you, what you do now does affect your future. Think about it. Think about it. Let me use a very common ground. Eating. Let me just use eating. You live your life eating Pepsis. You live your life eating jujubes, and you just been doing it, and now you in your 50s and your 60s. Listen to me, but you've been living your life illegally all those years. I mean, let me use another one of wonderful perspectives. If you've been drinking since you've been about a long period of time, and then you get to your age, your tender age, your ages of wisdom. What do you think has been happening over a period of time? You got to manage your life well. What do you think is happening over a period of time? Eventually, your body begins to break down. Come on, click down at the right time, queen. Because what happens is, and I use a basic principle to get to the bigger supernatural things of God. Because as it is in the spiritual, as it is in the natural, if you keep spending time on things that are not profitable, after a while, they're going to erode your body, erode your vision, erode your ideas. Everything is being just eradicated and destroyed. And sometimes we've been thinking for a long period of time. Maybe you've been this morning. Can I just do this for some of you who understand real talk? Maybe you've been let me hold. Wait a minute. Wait. Ooh. I'm checking. Wait a minute. I'm checking. Wait. Because God is looking at the motive of the heart. Let me check it before I speak it. Because let's do it like this. Let me use some graceful words. Maybe you compromised in relationships. Can I be nice? Check your heart. Check your motive. Listen to me. You compromise. Come on. Living illegally. Come on. Now I am under arrest. Don't start nothing. Been living illegally. You know what, Tess? I don't know. Y'all, what? Wow, listen, don't start, no, won't be none. Living illegally. Matter of fact, Queen, I'm doing a heart check right now. Make sure I ain't dropping nothing illegally. You hear me? And that is real talk. Look. But some of us been living life in circumstances and situations, come on, bound up to the wrong things, wrong people, got some soul ties, just things in life. What do you think if you keep staying in those things? Come on, trying to think before you speak. Listen to me. Don't start nothing, Roxanne. Listen to me. Because sometimes, you got to look and check the motive of my heart, Lord. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen, matter of fact, look, check the motive of my heart, Lord. Whoa! Because this thing right here is, come on, deceivingly and deceitful. Lord, check the motive of this. Listen to me. Check the motive of my heart, God. Listen to me. Make sure my thoughts are well. Queen, don't start now. Think before you speak. Come on. And that's real talk. That's even using your time wisely. How you use your time is very, 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 very important. And Queen, listen, because sometimes we do. We've been doing things so illegally for a long period of time. Even in the kingdom of God. Illegal. Whoa! Listen. Illegally. Managing your time. Who you're sitting with. Who's in your arena? What do you give your energy to? You better watch your mouth. Don't start none. Listen. Sometimes we say things so unaware. Unaware, not even realizing it. And that's real talk. Watch your mouth. Some of us come from families with not so clean language. And you just inherit it or adapted to it so it feels normal. Listen, I am still talking about time management because where you spend your time. Listen, where you spend your time affects your thoughts. It affects your words. It affects your habits. And it affects your actions. Where are you spending your time? Manage your time wisely. And this is real talk. We are getting closer to the end of the time. Maybe you need to get you a little itinerary or get your little planner and say between 8 and 9, 7 and 8, prayer time. 8 through 9, Queen, rise up. 9 to 10, get you an itinerary. And then 9 to 10, let me go back over the scriptures that we locked and loaded with. Get you something. You hear me? Listen, Ephesians 5 and 17. Go get it for yourself. Listen to me, real talk. Colossians 4 and 5. Now you get your little time management. Come on, because don't start, no, it won't be none. Then when you finish there, come on, listen to me. Did you hear me? If you're going to put it on your itinerary, manage your time well and watch what you say even on when you come into the room and see where your thoughts is. Where are your thoughts this morning? What are you planning for your life? What do you want to do in this day? Listen to me. What do you have on the agenda for your family? Put everybody in a time frame bracket. Not that it has to be guaranteed. Listen to me. The phone is off from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Turn your phones off. You get some time. Make some time for yourself. Set some time just apart for yourself. You know what? Today is Wednesday. We're going to do family time. Stop making up things. Get yourself an agenda. You know, I know when we were small, we used to have these chore lists. I hated them. Who did the dishes on Monday? Who chores? But it was to keep everything listen, to keep things organized. To know who was on the. Every time I create a chore list around here, somehow it gets thrown in the garbage. Good morning, Queen. I'm talking about taking and then set some time out for yourself. I know Queen said yesterday, I'm going to go get she want her little purple streak in her hair. Girl, we'll set you a time. And go do you. Listen. If you go to Ecclesiastes, he said there's a time for everything. Maybe there's some things in your life you need to pull back from. pull back. I had to pull back. I had to pull back. Come on, queens, pull back. I need to see, was these things profitable to me? Am I on the losing end of the stick? I had to pull back. When you start DIY and doing it yourself, the game changes, queens. You can't say yes to everybody when you in a DIY, do it yourself situation. I'm going to help somebody today. Let me have a sip. And you ain't helping me. DIY. Listen, nope, I got to pull back. Let me pull back some rank. Let me restructure this thing. Then you find yourself sometimes giving to everybody else, but ain't nobody giving to help you so you can give better to them. You know what? Let me get my, this is real talk. Let me help somebody. You want to support everybody else, but ain't nobody. Come on, DIY, do it yourself. Don't start another game. Oh, somebody, listen to me. Come on, real talk. Always giving. And I know it's better to give than receive. Don't get me twisted. You'll reap what you sow. I ain't mad. Because God's principles are yes and amen. You hear me? But there is moments. There is moments. Sometimes you got to just pull back. Say, I got time today. Come on, just pull back. It's okay. It's okay. I got time today. Come on. Don't start now. Let's manage your time very wisely. You are important, queen. Your health is important to God. Your mental, your emotional, your psychological, your dreams, your desires, your visions, they are important to God. You are the apple of his eye. Come on, I'm burning out. Queen, listen to me. You ain't finna smoke me out. Not like that. I'm burning out. Queen, real talk. It's okay to say no and not today. Most times, you know how we used to do in church? Let me pray on it and never come back with an answer. That's because many times we just don't want to. Let me have a sip. Let me pray on it. And you ain't got no answer, so you can't respond. I don't have an answer. Just pull back. So you don't miss what God has in store for you. Trying to get everybody else to their destination. I'm not saying being selfish, but having wisdom. The wisdom of God for your life. You are a 3-part being, spirit, soul, and body. And all of them, every part of you, needs some work. Every part of you needs some work. Once you get to the place where you understand who you are, you will start operating and working in who you are. You will spend more time in who you are. Come on, just pull back. Listen, I think I did a reel about your time. I'm not going to, small fires, don't waste your time. Let them smoke themselves out. Let God fight the battles for you. Just pull back. Especially if that same conversation that you just keep having and you just keep having and keep having, you know what? You're going to have to burn. Real talk, smoke. Let it. Take your hands off. Because there's only one person in this room you can change. And that is you. You decide whether you're going to pull back. This is not to offend. This is not to hurt. But I need some time. Take the time you need. Pull back. Sometimes maybe God wants somebody else to figure out their own path, their own life, their own purpose, their own destiny. To teach them how to work their own gifts, work their own spots. Sometimes we work in everybody else's gifts for them or work in everybody else's spot. Work your own. Listen, demonstration and power. But your time is very important. And what you do, it does matter. We're talking about if you eat something so bad over a period of time, you can look at your results so you can see either you're overweight, you're close to diabetes, high blood pressure. Listen, if you're walking around here and just real talk, sometimes your neck's, pay attention to your body. Is your neck's black? Something's not just from being inconsistent in hygiene, but I'm talking about, are you dealing with something eternal? This is real talk. Are you not getting enough rest? What's going on internal because you're not spending enough time on taking care of you. This is how self-love comes also into play. You're taking care of everybody else. It's Queen, it's exhausting just finding that time just to shut down. Sometimes you gotta find that moment. Children, I need an hour. And I need an hour just taking something for yourself in that place. Your time is important. Your time, it matters to God. You matter to Him. It's okay. It's okay to take time. So manage your time very wisely. Reboot, Queen Real Talk, and you have to. Maybe there's some things in your home today that needs your attention. Just let it rest. Let it be. I'm looking at a few power right now. I'm gonna leave you alone today, and reboot and then come back. Man, your time is, and who you give it to is important. Who you spend it with, it's important. And make sure when you spend it with the people you want to spend it with, make the best out of the time. That's me this morning. I don't know if I slept. I felt tired driving my grandson to school this morning. Queen. And when you finish your barbecue, no one's in the home. See if you can get your mind under control and take you a nap. You gotta pick them up. I don't know if you gotta pick them up, Queen. Set your alarm, but go get you some. Taking time for you is so important. And why I'm going here, not just so much is it just in your physical, but also we're getting to the end times of life. May you find yourself on the outside looking in. Real talk. You'll find yourself on the outside of Queen. It is important that you manage your time wisely. I'm going here because we're talking about the best is yet to come. Eyes have not seen nor has entered the heart of man what God has in store for you. Jeremiah 29:11 said there's an expected end not to harm you. So that means there is more. Expect more. And when you expect more out of your life, for your life, you will do things differently and better. And the more you spend more time with you, the more you're going to get to know who you are. You'll find purpose. Real talk. Sometimes sitting back, meditating. Day and night, just meditate on what God says. We're all trying to get somewhere, I promise you. There is something in this thing that we want from God, in this life that we are living in. And I'm not just talking just behind them four walls. Our days are numbered. So even in the days that they are numbered, gain some wisdom. Barbara, it was busy last night. Queen, because there's a lot going on really in the spiritual realm. There's a lot going on in the spiritual realm. Do you hear me? If you got to go to bed to worship, put you some worship and just ease your mind. And let me tell you how the enemy has really tricked some of us out of our spots. Good morning, Queen. Tricked us out of our spots. Because I believe we all have a watch hour or a season that God puts us on to get up and pray, and to, you're not just up just using the bathroom. But there is a lot of times, if you look, if you even study, why do I get up in the middle of the night concerning the things of God? Or maybe it's that moment He needs you to get up and He needs you just to pray. It's a moment you need to intercede and you need to speak with God. Do you hear me? But you have to, you really, now God, He won't do that. If He's doing that, good morning, blessed be you. All right, Queen, don't start, no, won't be none. You better come on in and represent. And blessed be you, that's how you show up. You hear me? Listen to me, show up just like that. And y'all make sure y'all tap her link. Do you hear me? Because blessed be you got some great things going on. I really want you to check her link out. When you come in, Queen, come in here to show up and to show out. Don't start none, won't be none. Listen to me, just go ahead. I'm gonna leave that just like that. But real talk, Queens, you really, sometimes, and then you gotta be with wisdom. God is not, He will not all night. He can't keep you up all night. God is, He loves us. He loves us. And so we sometimes take the fact that we've been up all night, that we're doing spiritual warfare watch. Everyone has a watch hour. Everyone has a watch hour. You understand what I'm saying? Everyone has a watch hour. But 24/7, I'm sorry to inform you. Something else bigger is going on. Do you hear me? Good morning, Queen. If you up 24 hours, come on. There's watch. I mean that someone goes to sleep, someone gets up, He wakes him up. Someone goes to sleep, someone gets up, and then you have your seasons. But 24 hours watch, come on, listen to me, real talk. He created the body that it rests. So sometimes what happens is sometimes you have insomnia. And so when you have insomnia, your body stays up and your mind keeps going. If you're not aware of your post demonic activity, I'm just saying, God, don't keep me up 24 hours. Just give me my watch, and I'll do my position in the time. You have a lie. But up all night. What kind of life is that? Something's going on. Or get you a set time. Y'all know the Muslims, they get up at, their time is set. But for the rest of your life, up 24 hours, you have a watch. Especially if you're growing. But what else going on in your life? They really got you up. What demons you dealing with that's dealing with you that really got you up? What's going on in the spirit of your mind that really got you up? Listen to me. And that's all we can do, Barbara. Do the best you can. Every man's responsible for their own stuff. At the end of the day, Barbara, you only can use what you got till you get where you going. You hear me? And we are not all perfect in our raising up of our siblings, of our children. Real talk. I needed God to help me co-parent with my daughter. Listen to me. God, I need you to help me co-parent. I need you to show me so I don't have to be all those things in one. While living with... You know what? That's a sip. Oh, check your heartbeat. Let me check. Wait. Boom. Just checking my motive. Help me co-parent. Show me how to do this thing. And I'm still talking about managing your time wisely. Queen, we are not in full effect 24 hours. Don't let nobody fool you. I'm over it. You hear me? 24/7. You like a robot, a walking zombie. Listen to me, real talk. There's a set time. You got to see what's really going on within. What are you really in? Don't. Woo, Shep. Don't start nothing test trends. You hear me? Listen. Real talk. What's really going on? We have been tricked off so many spots in this thing, in this Christian rhetoric that we use. You better use your time wisely if you 24/7. All right, robot. Mm-mm. Driving the line. Don't start nothing, Roxanne. Toot, hey, baby. Listen, you all know what the lime green car is. When we were younger, we were talking about how things start in your mind. We were driving already in our mind. And so when we were driving in our mind, we stole our mother's car. And the car was a lime green Diplomat. So if y'all coming in on the end of that thing, it was a lime green Diplomat. But I was saying how powerful your mind is. You be doing things already in the spirit of your mind. And then there's a manifestation. What manifestation of what's in your mind? I didn't have no driver's license. I hadn't been behind nobody's car, but in my mind, I seen how to park. I seen how to drive. I was watching how to neutral. I was watching how to turn. I understood a 3-point turn, all in the spirit of my mind. So when I stole the car, I already knew how to drive. That's where we went with that one. So when y'all hear, and it was a lime green car, and then we got ratted on because it was the only lime green car in our city, a Diplomat. Listen to me, and we was in it. Don't start none, won't be none. Listen to me, real talk, because a lot of things happens already in the mind. And everything I'm doing really is God's will. Come on, and rendezvous, real talk. Oh, wait a minute. Let me have another sip on you. Wait a minute. I think you'll make me clean my cup off. Wait. I need y'all to check that last one. And it's everything. Don't start no, won't be no, queen. Listen. And it's everything I'm doing really God's will. I'm going to have a sip today. And you need to be able to answer that. Is everything you doing, is it really God's will? Woo! Queen busted. Don't start now. Yes, Vivian, do you? Yes, Queen, real talk. We were driving in our minds before it manifested. And we had enough faith to believe that I can do it. Listen. Rhonda said I had to learn the hard way. Queen, real talking, everything. That's why I don't attend everything. I don't do everything. I don't go everywhere. I don't. If it ain't the will of God, listen to me. Sometimes you just be doing stuff to be doing stuff. Want somebody to know your name, how strong you are, the clout you get. You know what? Are you doing what Daddy said, or you're just doing? Because a lot of times you look at the stuff you're doing, a lot of times it just be the same people attending. Give me you know what? Let me have a sip this morning. Oh, let me check. Wait. Come on, Queen. You by faith and not by sight. Let me check. Let me check it. Do. Oh. Listen. And that's all you need, queens. Faith the size of a mustard seed. You hear me? Woo! Listen. Yes, I know. I can't. And did. You know. Listen to me. And drove. Did you hear me? And did. Don't start none, won't be none. If you guys do not know, that is my biological sister. I'm telling Vivian Gully, that's my maiden name. Hello. Listen to me, Vivian Gully, that's my biological sister up in here. I'm just giving you some shout out because she understood, because I was like, listen, you steal the keys, I'll drive the car. Did you hear me? Listen, you steal the keys, and guess what? And I'll take the blame. Listen, I'll take the blame, even though we riding around in this green Diplomat together. Come on, listen to me. And did you hear me? Because we were already in our mind, we knew we could drive. Faith was already in operation. Manifestation was operating even on a bad note. Don't listen to me, real talk, you hear me? And then when I went to go really get my driver's license, guess who was in the back seat? My son, because I ain't have nobody to watch him, but I was going to get my license. Did you hear me? Did my driving school test with my son in the back seat. Please don't go back. Listen, did you hear me? In the back seat. It was quiet. He's nothing compared to who he is today. He was not loud and boisterous. He was a quiet little mouse boy. He was quiet. They didn't even know he was in the car. Real talk. Because a lot of things are already happening in the spirit of your mind. Listen. It says we all been hiding behind these titles and shining big names. You know, Roxy, don't stop, Queen, don't stop. No, won't be. No, listen to me. Real talk. Hiding behind. No, check your heartbeat. Just. I like to be careful because I love my biological family, my church family. I love them. I do. So I want to be mindful, but be honest and truthful as well. Real talk with life, because I really learned a lot of things the hard way. But let me just stay on gear today. It's okay to say no. And if you want to be supportive, you can maybe support or give someone, but it doesn't mean that you have to attend. Real talk. Be a blessing. It doesn't mean that you have to. Always. And Rhonda, you said something very good. Is it the will of God concerning you? Is it? Is that thing? Is it? Your time. Your time. Even who you give it to. Your time. It's important. It's so important when you go to work enough hours. You work, 5, 6 hours, break. Your time. You go another few hours, break. Your time. You go to school, 8, 9, 10, lunch, break. They're looking at your time is important. Not just in the world system, but also in the system of the kingdom of God. Time management. So important. Matter of fact, my time is up here on Queen Rise Up. Listen, if you're join me Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are live. If your heart decides to do so, you can if you wish. And if you decide not to, don't. But that is my Cash App, and that is my PayPal, queenriseup.com. Make sure you go to queenriseup.com, to my website, to visit. queenriseup.com. You can order your t-shirts, your glasses, your mugs. If you need some additional coaching, please sign up with me. Are you coachable? Because I'm bookable. Are you coachable? Because I'm bookable. Listen, you can book me a few minutes. Maybe some things that you just need to get off your chest. Some things you need to put on the table. You need to press through. You need to persevere through. And some, maybe you just don't know how to answer it. Really, you're going to do your own work. It's just getting the tools that you need to get to your destination. And that is real talk. Make sure you guys tap into Blessed Bijou. Make sure you go into number one logistics transportation. I'm sorry I got that right. You know I'm a mess. But real talk. Man, time management is so important, especially if you're building your Queen, like Blessed Bijou. Think if you're building a business and some things that you need to get done. Make sure you use your calendars, use your time. Set those little few hours away, because sometimes when you're building your own business, you're working for yourself. So make sure you write yourself a paycheck. I'm just trying to help you. If you're working for you, how many hours? I worked 3 hours today. How much did you pay yourself? That's personal. And pay yourself. Your time management is very important. Did you hear me? When you went out today and you had dinner, did you talk anything about your business? Make sure you add those things into your... Listen to me, real talk. Listen, real talk. Blessed Bijou, make sure you... Come on, listen to me. Make sure you tap on Blessed Bijou. She has an excellent, amazing jewelry line. Test Trends have an amazing jewelry line. You'll be surprised what you'll find. There is treasure on each of them islands. Do you hear me? Listen to me. So go dig deep. Thank you so much, Queen. Go to Blessed Bijou, and she has a beautiful, beautiful, amazing jewelry line. Listen to me. Go ahead and tap into those things. Come on, listen to me. Elsie. It says, Blessed Bijou was birthed out of Queen Rise Up. Queen, to God be the glory. You hear me? God was just finishing what he started. Queen, he already started. He was just being faithful and just to complete the work that the good work he had already began in you. And Queen Rise Up was just a tool that God has decided to use to help you. Come on, get up. Come on, from the floor up. Do you hear me? That you'll get from, come on, start doing things differently. Start doing things that you haven't done before. Testtrends.com, absolutely amazing. Go tap into that, Queen. Do you hear me? As well, she has a beautiful product line. I don't know if Stallion Black Pepper is online. You can go to Etsy for stallionpepper.com. I'm just giving credit where credit is due. We have #1 transportation services also in this room today. Listen to me, real talk. And let me tell you one thing about giving, and this right here is the queens who have been supportive to Queen Rise Up as well, who are also given to Queen Rise Up as well. I don't know, there's another one, Adeco Art. Let me see how this thing works. You hear me? Iron sharpens iron, queens, and that is real talk. I believe, and so what happens is because they have supported Queen Rise Up on different measures, different ramps in their commitments, real talk have been just a blessing as a whole. May I support. Do you hear me? Support. And I'm saying it just like it is. QueenRiseUp.com. 1. Do you hear me? TestTrends.com. Been along with me for a long time. 2. Did you hear me? Blessed Bijou, StallionPepper.com, Adeco Art by Tamala Richardson. Let me just say, that's how it, Queens. Let me tell you something. Because where you are, you so far from what God has in store for you. So when you start walking in your own, you're going to need support. There is things that you're probably doing right now. There's probably a room full of women. But you only give whatever you sow. That's what you're gonna get back. That could have your back. I promise you. Well, I haven't even put all the pieces together. Queen Rise Up. Let me have a sip. God is not finished with her. He's establishing her. So each queen in this room gonna be able to fix each other crowns. If they can't get to you on a natural level, they can help you, support you on another level. I'ma help you. Come on. Test Trends. Real talk. We ain't seen nothing yet. From one queen to another. We're going to help fix each other crowns. There's another queen. And I'm just calling you out. Can I please? And I know she has a business. Ebony White. I don't know if it's a business. Maria Robinson. I'm just putting you, I'm doing something today. Come on, Gertrude. That's it right there, Queen. StallionPepper.com. So what happens is, in Queen Rise Up, help them queens fix their crowns. You hear me? Whew. Come on. There was moments that the enemy comes after my crown to tip it. I just learned how to rise up. It's real talk. If we want something bad enough, we'll find the time to get it. We want something bad enough, we'll find the time, the money to make it happen. If we really wanted to, I promise you, we'll find the time and a way to get the job done. Listen, manage your time wisely. Stallion pepper sauce came out of Body Reset too. Listen to me, don't start none. Real talk, you hear me? We're getting ready to launch Body Reset again. In a different measure. I just got to wait for some things to fall through the pipeline based on what I had to do yesterday. Listen to me. Real talk, you hear me? Manage your time wisely. Stay focused, queens. Stay attentive. Stay alert. Watch your life. Watch your habits. Watch what triggers you. Watch your emotional man. Watch what's going on within you. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel condemned about the things that you may be experiencing that is illegal. Deal with them. Manage your time on how to deal with them. Maybe you laid your business down. You need to go pick it back up. Manage your time wisely. Do you hear me? And this is real talk. So listen, managing your time is very important. How you get up in the morning, what's on your mind, what's the weight of your heart, how are you going to dispense the energy that you are experiencing, and that is real talk. There's another queen. I haven't seen her in a minute. I know her schedule changed as well. Bonita Applebaum, let me just say it, Bonita. I don't start now. Listen, just and I know she's coming. God is doing great things in her life as well. Can't wait to see all that has come out of Body Reset as well. Real talk. Body Reset was off the chain. Queen, it was so off the chain. They got me in the basement using chainsaws and jack saws. The things that I thought I couldn't do, I could do. Don't start nothing, Queen. Do you hear me? Listen, real talk. Listen, Body Reset was off the Don't start none, won't be none. But what we did in those times that we spent together, we learned how to use our time effectively on and off. Do you hear me? Queen Rise Up is expanding. Bottom line, point blank. And then you know what? And everybody ain't coming. I promise you, really. Everybody's. That's why it's so important, Queen, that where your fellowship is, where your conversations are, where you put the weight of your words are. You are not preparing for where you are. You are preparing for where you're going. So managing your time, creating what you need in the now to use it for your future. One of the queens was like, create your content. I've been creating content since 2016. Queens, I was never preparing for where I was, but I was always preparing for where I was going. I got more content. Come on, private and content itself. I'm telling you. And now you go back in the bags and you bring things back up from back then. You pull them into your now. You got to keep creating for where you're going. I'm gonna help somebody today. Did you hear me? There's a remnant, Queen. I got them. Listen to me. Everyone has a remnant in who they will. Oh man, who God will give them to reach. Because I won't reach everybody. That is not what I come to do. I only come to whoever God chooses find fit to be a part of the process of Queen Rise Up. So be it. But real talk today. Everything you do from here is content. Queen, real soon, you hear me? Oh, it's a coming. And you know when you write, you want the Holy Spirit to really. So when they can hear your, like Queen, I hear, like when you reading a book, I can hear their voice. Listen to me, I want you to hear you can hear, Queen, I hear her voice. Ah, listen to me. That's when you know that this is me. God, come on, the Holy Spirit is over it. He's hovering over it. Real talk, you hear me? Fall year, yes, it's coming, Queen. Listen to me. We're team working on some things even now. Don't start, no, won't be none. But Queen, and even in all those things, writing the book, making content, you got to manage your time very wisely. Don't give your energy to unprofitable places. Please come to the next Body Reset. You will not regret it. Come on, Gertrude. Don't start nothing, Queen. Real talk. You will not regret it. You hear me? If you take the tools and use them across your life, spirit, soul, and body. Body Reset 3 was off the chain. I'm telling you, we deal with some real stuff. We weren't talking about that old patty cake bakers, man. And if you was falling short, listen to me, get yourself up. Enough was enough. Quit talking like you're not victorious. Man, you'll come in the next day with your mind on straight. Did you hear me? But your time management is very important. Matter of fact, I got 1 more minute managing my time very well. I got to get up out of here. But Queens, listen, know that I love you. Come on, real talk. Listen, yeah, you came in on a Monday with your head burnt. You came on Tuesday with your head straight. Let me have a sip. And the thing was amazing about it was everybody did their own work. We didn't. If you missed it, you went and got you something, came back bolder and stronger and more fierce and more knowledgeable the next day. It was bad, man. Listen. Woo! Absolutely amazing. It was a round table in the house. Don't start nothing, blessed be you. Listen. Jack A. And don't let nothing put your light out either, Queen. You hear me? Because we're doing life. We're not just talking about life. We're doing life. Living life. Not just living or existing, but living. Taking what God says and applying it to your life, your everyday life. On a good day, a bad day, a hung up, a hiccup, a TKO. Listen. Learn how to manage time. Matter of fact, my time is up. I got to get up out of here because I need to manage my will. I do have other things to do. Can I tell you? So listen, know that join me tomorrow. Come on, please, and add your taxes. Do you hear me? Listen to me. Now I'm 15. May God reward me great in heaven. Do you hear me? I appreciate you too, Rhonda Rue. Don't you start nothing, Queen, with your bad self. Oh, don't start none. Won't be none. You hear me? Whoa, listen. Queens, know that I love you. Be blessed. May God reward me from 8 a.m., 8:06, from 8:16 to 9:16. God, may my reward be great in heaven. May you pay me my reward. Come on, listening for the time spent doing you. I got to go. Know that I love you. Be blessed. I'll see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live right here on Queen Rise Up. Make sure you like, make sure you share. Follow me over on TikTok because we're going back for 30 minutes of self-love real soon, real soon. And also find me on queenriseup.com. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next body reset. Know that I love you. Be blessed. In Jesus' name, you know how we do. Listen, know that I love you. Whoa, listen, get excited about your life, Queens. You hear me? And that's real talk. Know that I love you. Be blessed. Until next time.